I'm going to leave the greetings from Rachel Notley and the government to the Honourable Minister of Labour. And I want to tell you all how much I appreciate participating in your Canada Day ceremony. You all know that I have a small place in my heart for all of you. And the tragedy that occurred just outside this building, it hit me really hard. I want to recognize the great work that the Society for Retired and Semi-Retired is doing, especially for all of you, the seniors in our community, the ones that we should have the most respect for. And I want to say that we're going to try to do everything in our power to work with Councillor Mbanga to make sure a tragedy like this never happens again. And like a tragedy like that never happening again, we want to make sure that all of you in our society, in our community, feel that you're being treated with dignity and respect for all the days of your lives, and here in our province and in our city. It's only when a community comes together and works collaboratively and cooperatively can we find solutions to the problems that we are experiencing. And I can assure you that we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that it never happens again. On a lighter note, I want to say thank you for the example that you set, for coming together and being such a strong community yourself. It's always such a pleasure to come here and see all the smiling faces and how wonderfully you get along with one another. You certainly are an example for the rest of the people, not only within the Punjabi or South Asian community, but for all the society as a whole. Everyone that has the experience of being able to come here and see how unified you are and how you're building community here daily. It's such a wonderful example, and I thank you all for that. On this Canada Day, I want to say that we do a very good job of talking about diversity. And I think that we're doing the best that we can to be as inclusive as we can. But a lot more work needs to be done. And I want to assure you that our government, the MLAs that are present here today, Minister of Labour as well as Denise Woolard, MLA for Mill Creek, Edmonton Mill Creek, and I, we're going to do everything that we possibly can to make sure that that diversity and inclusiveness are reflected in the institutions of our province and in our city. And of course, we work with the other dignitaries that are here today to make sure that that happens all across Canada. Inclusivity is so important because it's one thing to talk about diversity. And yes, we must be diverse and celebrate that diversity. But we need to make sure that everyone feels included. And that is a task that I will gladly take on. So on this Canada Day, on a day where we celebrate those values that we all have in common, I give you my word that I will continue to work hard for this community in everything that you need, and work hard so that we have an inclusive government, so that we can continue to make Alberta a great province because of that diversity. Thank you very much.